Hi, today I'll be doing a detailed comparison of Reaper and Pro Tools, two digital audio workstations that couldn't be more different in philosophy, in pricing and workflow, but both are incredibly powerful in their own right. I'm going to walk you through their main features, the pricing in 2025 and the pros and cons and see which one is a better choice for you this year. We'll start with Reaper. Reaper is known for being one of the most flexible, customizable, and lightweight DAWs on the market. It doesn't come with the giant sound libraries or the bloated installs that you see in other DAWs. Instead, it focuses on being fast, efficient, and letting you shape the workflow exactly how you like it. It's a DAW built for creators who want extreme control, scriptability, custom user interfaces, fast performance, even on older hardware, and a stable environment that doesn't crash or hog resources. Reaper has a reputation for giving users everything they need without locking features behind subscriptions or expensive upgrade paths. It updates roll out frequently, the community is passionate, and the ecosystem is incredibly extensive thanks to community-made scripts, extensions, and themes. Now on the other side, we have Pro Tools. Pro Tools is the long-standing industry standard in professional recording studios, post-production houses, and film and TV environments. If you walk into a major studio, chances are that you'll find a Pro Tools system sitting at the center of it all. It's built for large projects, multi-engineer workflows, and high-end mixing and post-production environments. Pro Tools excel when you're working with large tracks counts, live audio recording, complicated editing workflows, surround and immersive audio formats, integration with studio-grade Avid hardware. While Pro Tools has modernized over time with cloud collaboration, AI-assisted features, and immersive audio support, its main strength is still its professional consistency. It's reliable, it's predictable, and deeply integrated into studio pipelines, and universally understood by audio engineers worldwide. So let us talk about the main features of these platforms. We start with Reaper. Lightweight installation and is extremely fast. There's full audio and MIDI editing with unlimited tracks. Deep routing capabilities with a sophisticated routing metrics, and it has a highly customizable interface. Scripting support for power users, and there are frequent updates with community-driven features. It also works on Windows, it works on Mac, and Linux. And there's flexible licensing with long update windows. And the features of Pro Tools? Industry standard editing tools are available here, optimized for professional workflows. High-end mixing environment, automation and precise editing. It has deep integration with Avid consoles and studio hardware, and the cloud collaboration and session sharing option is available too. It supports immersive audio formats like Dolby Atmos and spatial audio, large track and plugin limits on higher tiers, and there's excellent post-production toolsets. It's also widely acceptable in professional environments. So what about the pricing? Reaper has a 60-day free trial, so you get 60 days of evaluation free with full functionality, no string attached. That's a lot, 2 months. But eventually, you buy for $60 a discounted license and a commercial license for $225. And for Pro Tools, there's the artist version at €79 per year. There's the studio version at €193 per year, and the ultimate version for €353 per year. If you want to do a monthly subscription, here's see what it comes up with. €9 per month for artist, €34 per month for studio, and €99 per month for ultimate plan. So what are the pros and cons of using these platforms? We'll start with Reaper. Incredible value for money is what you get, and it's extremely customizable. It's lightweight and has fast performance. Cross-platform support is also included, including Linux, and there are frequent updates driven by user feedback. And the pros of using Pro Tools? It's a professional studio standard and is ideal for audio recording and precise editing. It has excellent mixing tools and workflow and is great for large, complex projects. It has immersive audio, post-production, and broadcast-ready features. And the cons? For Reaper, it has a steep learning curve at the beginning, and there are fewer built-in instruments and bundled plugins. How about the cons of Pro Tools? The expensive tiers might be a factor, and the ongoing subscriptions. And it has higher hardware demands. and is also not as customizable as Reaper. So which one wins in 2025? Well, I'd say the truth depends entirely on your environment, and it also depends on your goals. So here's a simple verdict. For most home studios, then Reaper wins. If you're running a home studio, you should go for Reaper. For most professional studios, Pro Tools wins. For creators who want value and flexibility, then Reaper also wins. But if you're an engineer and you want a standardized workflow, then Pro Tools is what you should go for. And that's it on the comparison of Reaper and Pro Tools. If you're looking to try other alternatives, you may explore Ableton Live, Logic Pro, and Studio One. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.